Every month my small group and I go to a new place or have some sort of big event. Last month was Samu Lake, and so this month we were supposed to go to Alishan, but because of the weather and because of the recent earthquakes, we decided to hold off just because it felt a little dangerous and go to Tainan instead. The first day we drove down there, we had lunch there at a beef soup spot. 4 small bowls of liu rou fan, which is like kind of like braised pork and rice. And then after that, we went to this Japanese dessert spot, which was really fancy. Like you go through this alleyway, it's a really cool spot for dessert as well as matcha tea. And that was great. At night, we went to this really good noodle spot. It's kind of hard to describe the kind of noodles it had. It was probably one of the best restaurants I've been to in Taiwan, but it was so good. And then headed back and played some games. I got to introduce them to 2 Rooms in a Boom, which was so much fun. I was a little nervous explaining the rules, but everything worked out. They had a ton of fun. Probably played for about 2 or 3 hours. After that, we played Avalon for like an hour and a half. So it was just such a fun day, you know, getting to go from food spot to food spot and then capping it off with just like strategy games, which is like honestly the best day that I could ask for. This trip was some of the most fun that I've had in Taiwan. We were constantly eating, and when I say constantly, I mean like, I think there's maybe 3 hours or less where we weren't eating, and everything else was either we're driving to get food, we are eating, or we're eating and talking or eating and playing. Just a ton of fun to get to know these people, just because this group of people is a little bit older than me, but it's so much fun and so enjoyable to be around a group of people that are so mature, just in terms of planning and being decisive and not being like, oh, what do you want to do? But what if we went here? What if we went here? Like, no, it's like, okay, everyone is bringing ideas to the table and everyone is being respectful of everyone's opinions and also like wanting to move the day forward, which is really cool. I don't know if it's cultural, I don't know if it's just these people, I don't know if it is age, but everyone was just so, it felt like they were so free to be themselves. That was really fun and really cool to be around, where it's these small moments where it's like they're braiding each other's hair, or they're finding flowers and they're just playing with them, or it's like we're running around on a track. Like, I'm just so blessed to be in a group of people that are so willing to invite me into their friend group culture and to just be so real and so honest. And I guess I'm just so thankful again just for the people that God has brought into my life while I'm in Taiwan here. The other thing about this small group is that there's so much unity with them, you know, whether it's setting up the shot for the photos. Like there was one where each of us were like coming out of a doorway, which is like kind of cheesy, but it's like everyone was like really into it. Everyone is so willing to engage with someone else's idea, which is so much fun to be around, you know? Even with running around the track, everyone was so like, yeah, like let's go and do this. Everyone was so excited and so willing to be part of it. I just think that kind of unity is infectious, just so much fun to be around. Like even when we're doing these things, those around us are noticing and they smile and they're like, oh, like their day is brightened as well, which is really cool to see. Like in the example of the running around the track, like other families after they saw us running, like started to go around and their kids were like wanting to join us, which I think is just so cool, and I think is a testament just to the idea of, I think when you have a group of people, like a large group where there's like 8 of us, doing the same thing and having, just enjoying each other, I think that is something that is very infectious and something that a lot of people are drawn to. And so it's just so much fun to be a part of that. So yeah, overall, such a fun trip. Would definitely recommend going to Tainan. They just ate so much food.